I told you that in this next season of your life, you were going to do something so big that everyone who ever knew you would hear about your success? Well, it's absolutely possible. But there's a catch. It's not just going to happen on its own. You are going to make it happen. And that's why I'm excited to invite you guys to join me on Patreon, where I'm going to teach you how. When you become a patron, you will have access to workshops, worksheets, presentations, and demonstrations that teach a wide variety of lessons, including how to use water to shift your reality, step-by-step manifestation methods that can ultimately lead you to your biggest dreams, games and exercises to strengthen and build your intuition, tips, tricks, and top secrets to confidence building and becoming the person you've always wanted to be. There's no time like the present to create an amazing future. And one of the greatest investments that you can make is in yourself. So join me on Patreon as myself and others manifest the lives that only and truly dreams are made of. Welcome to the Dream Academy. What's up, Leo? All right, so we're going to be jumping into you guys' reading. Now, as I was getting into you guys' energy space, there was like this eagle or this really big bird or whatever, but it had wings and it was flying. And I felt like that was you, okay? So you went from a lion to an eagle, right? And it represented freedom, a freedom that you never knew. Now, for some of you guys, this is going to be freedom from, even in the midst of all of what's going on in the world, financial freedom type of breakthrough. And for some of you all, this is going to be like a feelings freedom, where you're going to be free from a feeling of maybe either depression, anxiety, or like a heartbreak, like a connection to a person that's just like, it's been painful, and you've been trying to move on, and it's like finally that freedom where I wake up and I forgot all about the person until later on at night I remember that I then didn't think about that person or whatever. But it's a freedom that you never knew. So let's go ahead and let's jump into it. All right, I'm going to pull 3 of these oracle cards. Then we're going to get on to our spread. Blame. Okay. So some of y'all are going to be free from blame or free from like being blamed or blaming other people. Maybe someone was keeping a hold on you, or even, let me give you an example. Somebody blamed something on you. You're in jail being held accountable, right? But then it's like, bow, the blame is off of you. You've been found innocent. Some of y'all need to know that y'all been found innocent. Some things, I think I was getting up for another sign. Some things that you've been carrying, some blame that somebody's been putting on you, it's not even yours. Okay? Maybe you have some people around you who have to take responsibility for some of the things that they've done. And maybe you're going to be free from them or the energy that was put on you that doesn't belong on you. Okay? It says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. Also, I'm feeling like some of y'all have been pushed to the brinks or to the brim or whatever you want to call it. And maybe you've been feeling that way where it's like, no, it's this person's fault, that person's fault. But it's just like, no, I'm not going to blame anybody else for anything. Especially when I know I'm a mighty lion turned eagle and I can fly my way up out of this thing. Okay, some of y'all need to know that a lot of what's going to change or shift in your life is going to be because you did it. Okay, you did it. All right, let's see what else we get. Adversity. It says that I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So a lot of y'all are going to be free from these challenges. A lot of challenges that have presented themselves that have prevented you from moving in the direction that you wanted to freely. It's like those things you've already gotten over those humps. I was explaining to another sign, and we finally all made it to 5D together. Okay, so welcome. We're all here. We're off the spaceship, and a lot of things that we had to deal with in 3D, we're not going to necessarily have to deal with here. And so a lot of you guys need to know that, you know, you've ascended to a certain level, and certain challenges aren't going to hit you anymore. For example, let's say you made it to another level of income. It's like, well, certain worries and stresses and feelings of being broke and in the struggle aren't going to be there. So you might as well not sit there and think about how I'm going to pay for my next meal, how I'm going to pay the rent. You already know how you're going to do it because the money is already there. Therefore, you eliminate all that worry, all that stress, and all that low vibrational energy, which in turn gives you the energy space to focus on things more high vibrational, which in turn is going to help you manifest better things in your life. This is why it's important to know that this new freedom is coming. All right. So a lot of those things are not going to exist in this new level. All right. Let's see what else we get. Whew. That's the death card. So again, the freedom is like we're bound in these body suits. But when we die, we come out of them and we're free. Our souls are free. We're no longer bound. So a lot of you guys are about to be free. Okay, you're about to, spiritually, you're going to more so take over. I felt that for another sign too. We're more so in this next season, on this next level, you're going to be more spirit-led than any other time before. Okay, it says, I am learning that endings are merely new beginnings. Whatever it is that you're creating right now, that's what's going to be in the future. Okay, so create something amazing now, so that when you are in that future space, you're proud, okay? But this freedom, let's see what this freedom is talking about. For some of y'all, I'm getting this a bad relationship. Finally, like you were looking for it out. You was hoping for it out. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get up out of this one. But you either making it out now or you've already made it out. Let's see what's sent to the reading. The King of Wands. So that's your energy right there. That's your card. You've made it to a certain level. You've accomplished a certain qualification or prerequisite of things to make you king or queen energy. Take it how it applies. I was getting up for another sign. I think it was Taurus, where you've done so much or experienced so much up to this point where you should be teaching a class, you should be writing a book, you should be, having seminars, the challenges, the things that you had to overcome, the freedom that you're about to experience is going to be a direct result of all of the baggage that you've learned how to drop, and then also like how to play alchemy a little bit, where it's like you take what didn't work for you and you make it work for you. So yeah, I cried over there, but then I wrote a book about it and I made some money. Something like that. You capitalize off of the pain or the challenges. All right. Also, I do want to, we're going to get into that in a second. I want to talk about that blame card. I feel like someone blames you at this time for their position. There's a lot of blaming going on in the whole collective. Because once you get into that victim mentality, woe is me, then you're always going to find something to cry and complain about. And I feel like you may have some of that energy around you, or you've let that go. And that's part of the freedom. Let's see what this is crossed by. The Four of Swords. Quiet. Amazing things happen when you go quiet, when you go black. Also, this is the chatter that I'm getting too. Some of y'all may have some chatter or some noise of people thinking you fell off. And I be telling people a lot, when people get quiet, you don't want to be looking at them like they fell off. I look at a lot of rappers who be saying, oh, they fell off. And then they emerge somewhere later on and they're making way more money. And that's why they don't rap no more, because they figured out how to make more money than rapping, So don't be afraid to fall back and work. This person has a room full of stuff. They got a desk. They grinding, they working, they planning, they making stuff. They're being an alchemist. Okay, a lot of y'all have been putting in the work behind the scenes, and a lot of what this new freedom is going to be for you is going to be a direct effect of the work you was putting in behind the scenes. See, you was a king or you was a queen behind the scenes, and maybe you walked out and pretended like you was just, a little lion or a little lamb or something like that. And you know what I'm getting for you all? It takes a lot of removal of the pride and the ego in order to pull a lot of that stuff off. So if you're the type of person who likes to go around and talk and make announcements and stuff before stuff is done, then you're being told at this time to be quiet and build and only make announcements when things are done. Okay? Let's see what's in the deep root of things. Justice, major arcana. This is talking about the balancing of the scales, and then like, I don't want to say karma, but again, let's just call it the balancing of the scales. Because when we think about karma, we be thinking about, oh, this person did wrong, and this is why they going what they're going through, and we be sucking our teeth like it's because they messed with me. And it's not necessarily that. This justice card is more so about, I took a stand, or I took a seat and fell back and got quiet. I stood up for what I believed in, my dreams, my hopes, my freedom, my love or whatever, and it won. Like, I won, you know? Now, what does it mean when I fight for mine and you don't fight for yours? And you don't accomplish and you don't get what you wanted? Is that my fault, or is that the balancing of the scales? Okay? That's the way you made it. Okay? And I'm saying all that to say, because this blame card keeps jumping out at me. If y'all have anyone who will come to you with a victim mentality, or feel like you owe them, or it's all your fault, or whatever, you need to remember what work you put in and how relaxed maybe somebody else was. And it's not justice because you won and you beat them up. It's the life they created. Justice and karma is merely a reflection of what you've given. So if they don't receive, if they don't give, they don't receive. Now, remember a second ago how I was just saying, like, you the teacher. You've been through and you've experienced and you've done what you needed to do so hard, to where you need to write a book, you need to have a class, you need to be holding seminars, right? Look what jumped out, the teacher. Okay? And maybe someone thought, or maybe some of y'all will be in a position where they feel like you need to, or you should have taught them something, or you should have gave them something, or did something for them. Maybe you have a lot of information. You know a lot more. You've ascended to a higher level. And I'm hearing like, well, how come you didn't tell me? Well, I didn't know. That's the other part. Some of y'all working tirelessly behind the scenes, making it through challenges and heartbreaks and crying and blood, sweat, and tears, and you're doing it in, you're putting it all for the work because you want the justice to come on in. But you need to know that when it does, this is the part, Leo, when it does, because I keep getting that, how come you didn't tell me? You know? So you may have people who feel like, yo, you should have included me with that. Riding off your coattail, I'm even getting to. And that's maybe why a lot of y'all went silent. You know, maybe a lot of people around you were the hindrance, the challenges, the obstacles, the adversity. And when you got quiet, that's when you started to make a lot more headway. Included. I want it to be included. For some of y'all, this can actually be a love interest. And this may be vice versa. You wanted to be included on something someone else was doing. Let's see what's in the headspace. The Hermit, same thing pretty much. Being quiet, being in your own vibe, being in the lab, quarantine. You went into quarantine a puppy, you came out a beast. You know, that's what's happening here. That's that ending, new beginning type energy. They don't know. You know what? Let them think you gave up. Let them think you quit. There's power. There's so much power here. Like, because it's like he's conjuring. He has his wand. He's conjuring, he or she. But it's quiet. Okay? And you know, now that it's all like marinating into my brain, you may have, this energy over here. This is like detriment to your rise. Let me see why. I'm curious. Why is this energy here of the blame, the victim, you should have told me? Why is this detriment to Leo's rise? Loneliness. So either the blame game has someone feeling lonely, or someone is lonely and this is what has them blaming you. Okay? Someone is pulling at your energy and it can take away and distract from you building. Okay? Someone's loneliness may cause them to be with certain people that they shouldn't be with. You know, sexually, physically, be in the same space, and your energy is low and mine is high. Okay, this loneliness, this could be you. Like, man, I'm tired of being four of swords. I'm tired of being in the hermit mode. And again, that energy is detriment. Okay, so this says, I know that I am never alone. So this can be coming from you, or this can be coming from someone. Because again, I'm getting that riding your coattail, and how come you didn't tell me? It's like maybe some baby whiny energy over here. And no disrespect to nobody. You don't have to be baby or whiny. Like, somebody can genuinely be feeling lonely. But you can genuinely be feeling like, yo, I'm finna take this time. I'm finna make this work. I'm finna build. And that's what you're doing. And because you're focused on the goal, you keeping your eyes on the prize, somebody feels lonely. That loneliness starts morphing into, well, how come you didn't do this? How come you didn't do that? And for some of y'all, I'm feeling like you're not even connected to this person physically right now. You're in your fourth swords. You're in hermit mode. Y'all separate from each other. Y'all quarantining alone or something. Or maybe you ain't talked in a while. You was quarantining before this pandemic took over. But somebody's loneliness is getting the best of them. Let's see what's coming in the near future. Future, what do we have? The Ace of Cups. But we talking about brand new. And when you emerge, see, we got the Death card talking about endings, beginnings, and we got the Ace. This is the beginning. And it's in cups. So when you do emerge, love will be waiting for you. Okay? But for some of y'all, you had to do this right fast. Like, let me just go in the lab real quick, cook this up. You know, I'm going to have time. I'm going to have time for romance. I'm going to have time to wine and dine. I'm going to have time to do all of that. But in the meantime, let me get this fixed right quick. And you have faith and you have that assurance. Like, I'm going to get what I give. And right now, if I give myself the best future possible, I know that love is going to be included too. You know what I mean? So you don't have to fight for it. You don't have to wonder about it. You don't have to. I think I was telling my daughter the other day. I'm like, she was asking me, you need to go here and you need to do that and meet these people. And I'm just like, if I wanted love, he would come riding up on a white horse right now. You know, if that's what I was looking for. But I'm trying to do some things right fast. You know, and some of y'all in that same energy. And some of y'all need to be. Too, is what I'm getting for some of y'all. I do want to talk about this. I don't know why it wants me here. But this Ace of Cups, this Death, let's see what this is about. Gratitude. So being thankful, being in the state of gratitude is going to like propel you forward towards this as well. Also, you'll thank yourself. Remember I was saying in the future, you'll be happy like you created it, you took that time. You're going to thank yourself in the future. You know how it sounds? Let me just take this time to do that right fast, right? And because of that, you're going to thank yourself in the future. You take a moment to pause, you take a moment to build, you take a moment to, you know, go through that lonely phase or period, because if you ain't involved and you can't really be close right now, you taking that time. And your future thanks you. Let's see what's in the fear space. Ooh, the Eight of Swords. So the fear is that I want to say self-sabotage. Either don't mess this up. Like some of y'all are fearful that you're going to mess this up. And that's why you kind of like maybe push people at bay. Maybe some of y'all are feeling like this is other people want to project this onto you. This is negative feelings, emotions, fear, pain, the past, all the things that could go wrong. This also may be, I know this depiction is kind of, for a lot of y'all, majority, you're women. So you're in this king position. But then this is this person here who's kind of fearful, afraid, scary. They want to step forward and say something. But they have like this scarf around their mouth and across one eye. So they can't really see the full picture. That's, again, you, hermit mode, quiet, not really revealing too much information, and they can't really see what it is you're doing. The person nose is covered, mouth and eyes. So that's a lot of senses. They can't see what you're doing, they can't smell it, and they can't talk to you about it either. Or you're not talking about it. Let's see what is in the what you look like position. Death again, twice. Y'all changing. It's like, Leo, you changed. You know what? However anybody ever looked at you in the past, this is for the people who had to have a come up. They can never, that's what this death card represents. They can never look at you like they used to look at you again. Like, let's say you used to be a scrub or a chicken head, and now you're the king or the queen. It's like they can never go back to looking at you like, you know, the scrub or the chicken head. The paradigm shift has come. Once it comes, it can never go back. And for some of y'all, this death is coming up again because it's like, you've done that. You've done the crossing over. You can't go back to being the same. If you had low self-esteem before, too confident now, you can never go back. If you was broke before, you have not only come up financially, but you got your mind right. You got your financial freedom and independence, but also the intellect that goes with it. Okay, a lot of y'all advanced, maybe home wise. I'm getting the word luxury, so maybe you guys may start moving up to doing more luxury things, luxury vacations, luxury cars, and stuff like that. For those who are into that, y'all are wand signs. It's probably why a lot of physical stuff come up with y'all, but it doesn't mean that you're materialistic. I'm just telling you that sometimes you graduate to those levels. So let's see. Oh, and that may be the thing too. Yeah, like, so someone may see you like that then. Like you graduated or you've ascended to a couple different levels, went up a few grades. Let's see what you hope for, or what someone hopes for. Nine of Pentacles, freedom. This says self-sufficiency, and this is building from scratch as well. Taurus got the same card. A lot of people are building from scratch right now, and I'm telling you, whatever you build now is going to be the future. You can create like video games and all kind of stuff that's going to be used, you know, because the way that things are shifting technology-wise, social media-wise, TV show-wise, tech-wise, all of that kind of stuff is popping right now. It's going to be even more so because that's what we're all shifting and moving into. Paradigm shift. Some stuff is not going to go back to being the same. You have to get in where you fit in. And for a lot of you guys, the biggest key you need to know right now is that you can build it from scratch, which means a lot of stuff is not, you don't have to go buy no building. You don't have to go invest no whole lot of money and get no big business loan and all that kind of stuff. Nope. Everything that you need to build an empire right now, just like this person, you probably already got to send it somewhere in your house. Or it's already, probably the idea is already in your brain. Okay? So, build, man. Build. Let's see what we got at the end. The final outcome. The Four of Cups. Reevaluate. So a lot of you guys are going to be reevaluating what it is that you already have or what it is that you're already doing in hermit mode. Okay, a lot of you guys who are single, a lot of you guys who are quarantining like with yourself or kids, a lot of you guys who are, you know, separated from people who used to hang out and kick it with every day, separated from, you know, exes, or separated from people who, you know, you still kind of maybe mess with or whatever. But there's a lot of reevaluating going on. And the thing about the Four of Cups is like, I don't really want a lot of what's around me. It's like there's a lot around me, but I don't really want all of that. Maybe you had a lot of options with people, you know. Maybe you had a lot of friends. Maybe you had a lot of job offers. But nothing was really fulfilling you in that kind of way that it would if you just sat there and wielded your wand and created what you wanted to create, you know. So that's what you're either doing now or you're being called to do during this next transit. Okay? I keep getting create. Okay? And also, again, this loneliness energy over here, whoever this is lonely. I keep feeling the need to say detriment. Okay? You don't need nobody loneliness energy on you right now because you have to have that mental space to create whatever it is that you're creating. I do want to talk about this Four of Cups one more time. Oh, wow. Because in the near future, we got this Ace of Cups, which is like either new love or a renewal in love of what you already got going on. Let's just say you with somebody, y'all separate. You want to be in your own house quarantining on your own, and you want them to be doing their own thing, right? But then over time, y'all may eventually quarantine together. Or maybe not. Yeah, wow. Also, someone, and I'm going to just say this last little thing because it came up. Someone is reevaluating who they are dealing with because of the quarantine. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this woman here, she has like everything everywhere. It's like bottles everywhere, it's envelopes, it's perfume, it's nail polish spilled out, she on her robe, her boob is hanging out. It's just like the quarantine has exposed somebody and the other person doesn't like it. It has them reevaluating. Ladies, if that's you and you living with a dude and you being sloppy and nasty, he's looking and he's reevaluating. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Ladies, this could be you too. You could have come to his house and think, no, he think I'm gonna be his maid. Oh no, ma'am. And you know, whatever. Let's see. Let me talk about this. Balance. See? You know, you paint your nails, you pick up the bottle and you put it on the shelf. You know? It's okay to have some stuff out, you know, but maybe some stuff you gotta put away as soon as you're done. You know, that kind of stuff. Finding the balance. For a lot of you all who are quarantining with someone, did I say that right? Quarantine? With someone, you guys need to compromise, okay? Also, if you are in a relationship, but y'all separate, you doing your own quarantine thing in separate places, this is saying find that balance with that person. If you're already with that person, I'm hearing that the relationship is worth it, but you do have to strike a balance between, I'm going to do my thing, I'm working on my dream, I'm becoming the king or the queen, and yes, I love you, I still want to see you and be with you and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there's a balance. But then you got somebody who just, you know, that loneliness. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Last piece of information that I just received. For those of you who are dealing with nobody, stay clear of certain people who are ready to rush in too quick because they may be dealing with loneliness. They may have a loneliness issue and not so more of a, oh, I want to be in love and get married issue. And then, you know, when the energy shifts and things change again, it may not be the same in the future. Okay? Just putting that out there. That's what, just can't deal with the loneliness energy right now. In terms of future, like you lonely right now and you want me right now because the world's locked down right now, but things may shift, things may change, and so may you. Loneliness is like an emotion or something. You know how they say emotions are fleeting. 1 minute you happy, 1 minute you sad, 1 minute you down and out, the next minute you full of joy and all that kind of stuff. So loneliness is one of those, which means loneliness is going to be here and I'm going to do certain things based on being lonely. But when loneliness is gone and a different emotion takes over, I'm going to choose and do different things based on what that emotion makes me do. Okay? Loneliness may make me want to be with you. But when joy rolls around, I may want to go be by myself or be with somebody else. So we cannot base what they want to do or what they need from you just off loneliness, okay? And then it's on top of the blame card too. Anyway, that's what I get. You guys got to take that up, chop it up, take what resonates and make it do what it do. But as far as you go, this is a freedom that you never knew. So that's what I get for you. Thank you guys so much for all your likes, your subscribes, your shares. I encourage you guys to go join me on Patreon and go over to my Instagram at Waterstar Vibes and get in tune with the games and giveaways. And also, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you as one of my subscribers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You did. And that's what I get for you, Leo. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you all in your next video.